What's up everybody, Jacob Blank back with another YouTube video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the 3 things you must do when selling your wholesale deal. So watch to the end of the video so you can learn how to sell your deals correctly, waste less time, and protect yourself when selling your wholesale deals. And if you're not already subscribed, go down below, hit the red button, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me reach more people and impact more lives, so I'd really appreciate it if you go subscribe. Other than that, let's get right into the video. Alright, so the first must when selling your wholesale deals is to vet your buyer. Vetting your buyer is extremely important for multiple reasons. Number one, you don't want to waste your time with some fake guy that's just going to run you around and never buy the deal. You don't want to waste your time with that. Also, you want to make sure this person actually has the money to buy the deal and they're not just messing with you. Also, you want to make sure that they're not trying to go around you and snake the deal out from under you and take it from the seller. So vetting your buyer is extremely important. Now, how do you vet your buyer? You vet your buyer in multiple ways. Step one of vetting your buyer is you want to ask for 2 to 3 addresses that they have flipped in the past year. That way you can look up the addresses, look at the tax record, and make sure they or their LLC actually own that property in the past year and actually fix and flipped it. That way you know this person is actually doing deals and they're not just a joke. The next thing that you can do to vet your buyer is asking for proof of funds, right? Obviously, if they're getting a loan, then you want to have proof that they're talking to their lender, right, about the loan, right? Or their private money lender, their hard money lender, whatever it is, you could have proof that they're getting this loan, but also you want to have proof of funds that they have the down payment for the loan, right? As long as they have 20 to 25% at least, that's a good way to check if they actually have the funds to do the deal. And obviously just proof of funds, if they're saying they're going to pay cash for the deal, you want to make sure they got that amount of cash in their bank to actually buy the deal. So getting proof of funds from your buyer is the second way to vet them. Now here's the third and final way to vet your buyer. You can ask your buyer, hey, what escrow officer and what title company do you use on all your real estate deals? And then you can get their phone number, call them, and ask for reference on your buyer. Call the title company that they do their deals with, and you'll be able to talk to their escrow officer, and they'll either tell you they're the real deal or they're not. Now let's move on to the next thing you must do when selling your wholesale deal. This one's pretty obvious. You need to get $3,000 to $5,000 non-refundable earnest money no matter what. You want to make sure that this money is non-refundable no matter what, and you want to make sure you get at least $3,000, right? Anything less than that is kind of a joke. You want to make sure that this person is going to go through with the deal and this earnest money deposit is showing that they're serious about buying your deal. Also, once they deposit this $3,000 to $5,000, the buyer isn't going to want to change their mind. This is why. They're going to lose it. It's better off them taking the deal and trying to make a profit than them losing their earnest money and not even taking a whack at the deal to make money. So most of the time they will not back out once they've deposited. So when you're lining up this buyer, the main thing you want to do and the main thing you want to focus on is, hey, are they ready to buy the deal? Okay, great, go deposit. Let's get them to deposit. No buyer in my mind is a real buyer. Nothing's sold till this earnest money is deposited. And it's non-refundable. If the earnest money is deposited but there's an option or a clause where they can get it out, then it doesn't mean anything. The money needs to be non-refundable. Once it's deposited, then I can start celebrating like, boom, we got the deal sold and we're pretty much good to go. The odds of them backing out after they deposit are very slim. So yes, make sure you get your buyer to deposit $3,000 to $5,000 earnest money. We always try to get $5,000. That's just our practice and our policy that we try to do is always get $5,000 non-refundable earnest money, no matter the size of the deal. Minimum $5,000. If they ask for less, the minimum we'll go down to is $3,000. So make sure you're trying to get the most non-refundable earnest money that you can from your buyer. That will help you secure your buyer and secure the transaction to make sure your deal actually goes through. Now, the final thing that you must do when selling your wholesale deal is make sure that this person is either an end buyer or if they're daisy chaining it. Now, what does daisy chaining mean? Daisy chaining means they will take your deal, they'll have you assign it to them, and then they will go and reassign it. Now, in some cases, that's okay. If you trust the buyer and you're okay with them going and selling it to someone else, you will just want to ask them a few questions. You want to vet through them about their buyer to make sure their end buyer that they're going to reassign it to after you is actually a serious buyer as well. So you want to vet them through your buyer to make sure the end buyer is actually a serious buyer. More than likely, most of the time, you're not going to want this person to resell your deal. You're going to want to make sure you have a strong end buyer ready to close. So how are you going to prevent them from daisy chaining the deal, right? Going and reselling it to other people? You're going to prevent this by putting in other terms of your assignment contract all the way at the bottom. Put no further assignments. As long as you put no further assignments, they cannot reassign your assignment contract. That way, there won't be any daisy chaining. They got to close or they will lose their earnest money. They got to deposit. If they don't deposit, they don't have the assignment. And if they don't close, they don't close. They can't sell it to someone else. They got to be your buyer if you have no further assignments in your assignment contract. So that's something very important. Make sure you don't go around not putting that in there, because I have actually lost over $50,000 on a deal because I way undersold the deal and I didn't have no further assignments, and they went and resold it all the way up to $50,000 more. So I lost out on $50,000. I only made $30,000, which was unfortunate, but now I always prevent that. It's a learning experience. You're going to have a lot of learning experiences along your journey, and that's what's most important, you know? You want to figure out what works, what doesn't, what not to do, how to waste less time, because time is money, and especially in this business, the less time you can waste means the more time you can talk to the next homeowner that's going to be your next deal. So that's why I'm trying to, in these YouTube videos, give you the best practices possible and principles. That way you can waste less time, make less mistakes, and ultimately hit your goals in real estate, hit your goals in business, hit your goals in life much, much faster by learning from my mistakes and listening to what I tell you to look out for. Also, I wanted to add in there as well, there is another way to vet the buyer. If you have a friend in the game that's a big player in the game, does a lot of deals, dominates the market, everyone knows the guy, right? If you're friends with him, reach out to him and be like, hey, I'm selling this deal to Steven, whatever. Is he legit? Have you heard of this guy? You know, everyone hears about each other. So if you know someone that's big in the game, maybe you want to reach out to them as well and ask them for like a background check on your buyer. And that could really help you save time as well. You know, I've had buyers run me around town to get their earnest money and stuff. One time this guy said he was super busy, but he wanted the deal. He just wasn't able to go deposit. And he made me drive all the way down to Powerhouse Road in Mesa, which is 45 minutes from where I'm at, and wasted my whole day. It took me 2 hours and I didn't even get the earnest money. The guy was messing with me. So, you know, I don't understand why people in this business do things like that, where they want to mess with you, but you know, you never know. Things happen, right? Things happen. So you want to learn these principles to do, you know, to vet them properly, to make sure they're not just messing with you, because time is money, right? I could have sold it to someone else, and I could have been on the phone with more motivated sellers trying to get the next deal in the time it took me to drive around chasing for this earnest money. So never chase. If they want the deal, they'll come to you. If the deal's a very good deal, it'll fly off the shelf. So, you know, once you have the deal, you know, people are also always worried about finding cash buyers first. You know, I think I'll start building my buyers list before I acquire a deal. Well, that doesn't really make sense, because you're just going to waste all your time building buyers and never have a product to sell them. So first, I'd get the deal, the discounted deal first, and then, you know, you put that on Facebook, you send it out to a few buddies that are in the game, and that deal is going to sell. If it's a good deal, it's gone, people are going to hear about it, and they're going to want to buy it from you. So don't worry necessarily about the buyers at first, worry about locking up the deal, and then, you know, doing these 3 principles, these 3 musts that I just taught in this video in order to sell that deal correctly. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm running out of YouTube video ideas, so please go down below and comment some ideas for me. That way I can help you guys in your real estate journey. Other than that, please like the video, go down below, hit the red button, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me reach more people and impact more lives, which is super amazing. But thank you guys for watching. Peace.